a.m. on this Friday, July the 12th, and here are today's top headlines. We have breaking news from overnight. 2 LAPD officers rushed to the hospital after a hit-and-run crash. We're going to have the details coming up.
Despite some gaffes, President Joe Biden makes his stand to stay in the race for the White House in a high-stakes news conference. This amid high-profile discussions about his ability to beat former President Trump.
And Hollywood's iconic Arby's restaurant gonna soon have a new face. The sign is still staying, though, at least for now. What new pop-up is set to take over the decades-old restaurant? Early edition of the Ktla Dt Morning News starts right now. The sign is the first thing you notice. Yes. And that's staying at least for now. Good morning to you. I'm Chris Schauble. Happy Friday.
I'm Megan Henderson. We appreciate you being with us. Ginger off, Kirk doing a little double duty.
Yeah, ready to rock on this Friday morning. And you know that the Arby's leaving us has been such a devastating loss, so I look forward to hearing what's going to come in its place.
Did you ever go to that?
Thank you.
did.
That was literally my question.
I actually know.
How long ago?
I mean, when I first started here in
Exactly.
2014,
2014,
I probably
10 years
went
ago.
maybe a year ago. But
okay.
yeah, I haven't
It's actually
gone for
more
a
than
while.
most.
That is more than most.
And I loved the most basic roast beef sandwiches that they had. They were so good. And it always made me think of Chris's
Meat
first
slicing
job,
days.
too.
Yeah.
And I'd always be like, give me some more of the meat slices. And then I'd think, this is what young Chris would do back in the day. So we're learning more about your forecast.
Yes.
As promised all week long, there is a cool down coming, a very slight cool down coming this weekend. But we're learning more that it's actually going to be fairly short-lived. It's not going to be a very long-lasting cooling trend. So I really hope you get a chance to enjoy it. You'll notice outside this morning, it is certainly cooler as you head outside the door. You can feel the extensive, deeper marine layer, the low clouds and fog, and the cooler temperatures as well. We're going to have more on how your 7-day forecast is coming together and the latest on this long-lasting heat wave coming up. For now, though, at 4:02, let's get to the latest on your morning commute. Corona now. This is the 911 west of the 15. A car crashed into the guardrail and is now blacked out in the slow lane. A heavy-duty tow truck has been requested to the scene. Now to Castaic, north of what I like to affectionately call the Newhall Y. The two right lanes are closed on the 5 North between Lake Hughes Road and Templin Highway. This is for an unknown duration, so we'll keep you posted. That's a heavily traveled stretch of road during the morning commute. That's the latest at 4:02. Chris, now back to you.
Kirk, thanks. We begin with breaking news. 2 LAPD officers recovering after a hit-and-run crash earlier this morning. Now, this happened in LA's Central Alameda neighborhood at the intersection of South Central Avenue and East Adams Boulevard just before 2 a.m. The suspect crashed into a police cruiser, then ran from the scene. He was taken into custody just a short time later. The officers were transported. Their condition right now unknown. It's unclear what caused the crash.
Developing news in the San Fernando Valley. Fires broke out at 2 schools late last night. The latest happened in North Hollywood at Oakwood School. The first fire started about 2 hours earlier in Sherman Oaks at Notre Dame High School. The fire at Oakwood started about 11:30 last night. Firefighters arrived to find smoke at the school. They cut through one of the doors to enter the building. They found the smoke coming from a wall. Now, the cause of the fire is unknown. No injuries were reported. And about 9:30 last night, there was a fire at Notre Dame High School. That's located on West Riverside Drive near Woodman Avenue in Sherman Oaks. Fire could be seen in the roof of one of the buildings. Unclear how that fire started as well. And there's no word on if